is a royal decree that establishes the natural law as the foundation of law and justice in the Kingdom of Canada. And this is retroactive July 1, 1867. Okay? So this is today, June 14, 2025, Divina Anima 190035. Here we are. I, Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didolo I of the Kingdom of Canada, and in accordance with the inherent principles of natural law, hereby declare and, I don't know why the word was inserted there. I hereby declare the following. Section 1, Declaration of Natural Law. I recognize and affirm that the natural law is the foundation of law and justice in the Kingdom of Canada. The natural law is a higher authority than human-made laws and is and will be used as a guide for interpreting and applying the law. So the highest law of the land is natural law, and this is retroactive July 1, 1867, all courts all the way to the Supreme Court. The only law that you can use to interpret cases is natural law. Section 2, Rights and Freedoms. All individuals within the Kingdom of Canada are endowed with the inherent rights and dignity, including the right to life, liberty, dignity, honor, and the pursuit of happiness. The right to free speech, peaceful assembly. So the word peaceful assembly does not include riots. Okay, folks? It doesn't include you having the ability to go paint and destroy and set on fire vehicles and public buildings or private properties. That's not peaceful assembly. That is thuggery, and that is riot, and that's criminal. And the freedom of conscience. The right to protection from harm and injustice. The right to due process and fair trial. Section 3, the purpose of the law. The purpose of the law in the Kingdom of Canada, this is the purpose of natural law in the Kingdom of Canada, is to protect and promote common good, rather than to serve the interests of a particular group or individual. Retroactive effect. This is Section 4. Retroactive effect. This royal decree is deemed to have taken effect July 1, 1867, and retroactively applied to all laws, decisions, and actions taken prior to the date of this decree. So this is effective immediately, and it goes back all the way to July 1, 1867, and even prior to that. So from the beginning of time, where there was a official government. Okay? So it says, this decree is deemed to have taken effect on July 1, 1867, and retroactively applied to all laws, decisions, and actions taken prior, so prior meaning previous, before the date of this decree. So the implementation, I, Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I, command and require that all officials, judges, and nationals of the Kingdom of Canada comply with the principles and provisions of this royal decree. I further instruct that all existing laws and institutions be brought into conformity with the natural law as set forth in this royal decree. Translation: all officials, judges, and nationals are to comply with the principles and provisions of this royal decree. All existing laws and institutions to be brought into conformity, meaning change all the laws that do not comply to this royal decree. It must comply all your rules, all of your acts, all of your institutions, all existing laws must be revised to conform, to follow, to align with. My gosh, do I have to give you a vocabulary lessons too, as set forth in this decree. And make that in witness whereof I, Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I, have hereunto set my royal hand and seal, this date, Divina Anima 19, also known as June 14, 2025. Signed and sealed at the Command Center. So all laws any laws, any provisions since July 1, 1867 are natural law, which means to the entities who have created a fake name by copying, by incorporating, for example, a name using their birth certificate and operated that without the knowledge of the individual, of the Homo sapien, the blood living man, woman, ladies in this case, baby boy, baby girl. All of that is null and void. That's a fraud. Because that is their name and they did not give it to you. And you could not have had consent under natural law because they were underage, a child. And the mother under natural law could not have given that consent because that right to consent belongs to the child when he or she grows up as an adult. So the trickery stops. And the trust funds that belongs to each and every baby boy, baby girl, man and lady under natural law now belongs to the Homo sapien whose birth certificate was used to start that corporation, that trust account. And any and all corporations attached to that trust all bank accounts, all real estate holdings, all trading accounts, all holdings, real and liquid assets, belongs to the living being Homo sapien, whose birth certificate was used to incorporate, to form a corporation, to form a trust entity. And here's the rationale. The high-level rationales as to why I have issued this royal decree. Number one, restoration of traditional values. Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo is seeking to restore traditional values and principles that are rooted in natural law, which she believes, or Her Royal Majesty believes, have been eroded or forgotten in modern times. Number two, protection of individual rights. By emphasizing the natural law, Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I is seeking to protect individual rights and freedoms that are not adequately protected by existing laws and institutions. Number three, Your Excellency, if you can put up the... Oh, yes, I didn't have the opportunity to put this part on the slide. Sorry, I was busy. I must share with you that before I even came here, right, that 5-minute or 7-minute delay was because I was finishing from the other office, this royal decree, and then I hadn't had breakfast or coffee. So I asked Her Excellency Shirley to actually, by the way, she's all well and recovered. Thank you very much for those of you asking her condition. I had asked Her Excellency Shirley to get me fruits, and I quickly took that before actually coming here. So, but your queen can use right about now some nourishments. So we will go through this one quickly. Okay. All right. Number three is the promotion of social justice. Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I is motivated by a desire to promote social justice and reduce inequality, which Her Royal Majesty believes can be achieved by applying the principles of natural law. And number four, rejection of statist ideology. Statist ideology. Anyone heard of that? No? Okay, here we go. Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I is rejecting the statist ideology that underlies many modern governments, which Her Royal Majesty believes prioritizes the interest of the state over those of individuals and the common good. Let me read that slowly. Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I rejects the statist ideology. Statist ideology, the Queen is rejecting the statist ideology that underlies many modern governments, which Her Majesty believes prioritizes the interest of the state over those of the individuals and common good. I bet you no one has heard that before, hey? Statist, as in statistics, but statist ideology. That's the ideology. When you look at the the practice and the evidence of all the governments in the past, whether it's from the city, from the town, the municipality, whatever you call it, the provincial, the federal, the territorial governments. They've always prioritized the interest of the government, not the interest of the people. Because why? Because they were a corporation. And I just heard, I think either Comet or Princess knocking at the door there. Their way of knocking, the scratching.
Pretty sure it's
at the door.
Royal Highness Princess. Pretty sure.
Because I think I said we will be finished at this hour, so she's right on time. Okay. Number 5 is the reassertion of monarchical authority by issuing this royal decree. Hi. Okay. Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didolo I reasserts her authority and influence over the Kingdom of Canada, particularly in areas where Her Majesty believes existing institutions have failed or are inadequate. Number 6, establishment of a new social contract. Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didolo I, the Queen of the Kingdom of Canada and Commander-in-Chief, is establishing a new social contract between the monarch and the people based on the principles of natural law and the common good. And number 7, Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didolo I, preparation for a new era. Her Majesty is preparing the Kingdom of Canada for a new era of peace, prosperity, and stability, which she, Her Majesty, believes can be achieved by applying the principles of natural law. These rationales, influenced by a range of factors, including Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didolo's personal values, her understanding of the Kingdom of Canada's history and culture, and her assessment of the current state of the Kingdom of Canada and its institutions.